Hello, and welcome by this new episode of our survival let's play. I'm Noodle, and as you can see, a little bit has changed around us. I am here in the little path we made last episode, and I kind of decorated, well, sort of. I started decorating the rocks around here, and kind of like put the gradient stuff in and incorporated some leaves around here too, because eventually there will be like kind of bushes and trees over here, which we might start working on this episode. And this episode, we will also at least make a start of the house I've been talking about for ages, and that is either going to be here or here, but I think here because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the mines just yet. So it'll probably be a kind of, well, I don't know actually, but a kind of more smaller store house idea here. I think it would be more narrow and tall instead of like really big like those are there. And I also want to see like if this is rocks, I would probably like terraform this a little bit more so it isn't that square like. But I want to see if we can make a crane that's like lowering down in the water. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it or if it's going to be this episode because that'll be quite a lot, I think. But that'll be really interesting. I think that'll look really nice. So we're going to start working on this house and we are going to do a little bit more of the nature, bushes and trees here, which I can't wait to experiment with because I have been doing it a little bit on a different server I'm playing on. But it's not really something I'm used to, which is really exciting. I like that a lot. And this episode, I want to see if we can kind of like finish this bit thing off. So that's done, and we have a really nice view with the rocks and the path. And I think that'll just look really, really nice and really cute. And I'm just so excited. But first, before we can like finish off this path, we need mud. And sadly, mud takes so much time and weed. So let's get that. Let's see if we put that one there. This is just going to be like a little bit messing around and seeing what looks nice. Because I'm really not sure actually. It's always just kind of like playing around and figuring out what the best thing to do is. And for now, it seems we need to make more of this mud because I think that'll look the nicest. Like these bricks are really nice for a little bit of texture, but we shouldn't overdo them. I think that'll look too marked out or something when I don't know, it feels like it's a path that's just been walked over a lot, and with that, it started to become a path instead of it was actually like laid down by like a government or something. That it doesn't give me that vibe. Now there isn't really a government anyway, but we can ignore that. We can ignore that for a bit. This is actually the first time I had to make mud, I think, and why does it take so long and why is it so incredibly annoying to do? Like, could it have been easier? But we'll push through this. Okay, so for this part, we have to kind of decide what we want to do. I think having kind of like slabs going into the water would look really nice. Let's see if we can put these in. No, we can't. Oh, that's I was kind of hoping we could make packed mud slabs, but we can't. That's a bit sad. That just means we have to incorporate a lot of it down here. Um, but I'm not quite sure if I actually want to have it like go down gradiently or if I want to have a kind of steep staircase. I think we have to go with gradiently because otherwise there will be too much brick and I don't want that. But I think that I'm not sure. I'm just going to mess around and we'll see what looks best, I think. Let's look at this. wow, that actually doesn't look that bad. I thought it would look a lot worse actually. I'm I'm quite content with that. I'm not going to lie. I think that looks quite nice. I mean, it is kind of odd, I think. I'm not quite sure if I'm too happy with that just yet, or if I'm going to like play around with it a little bit more. But for now, I actually really like it. I think that looks quite nice. It feels kind of natural, especially with the stuff down here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything else, but I think that especially if you look at it from like a bit of a like a bit further away, that isn't too bad. It could be a lot worse. I'm really happy with that. Let's leave it at that for a bit and see what I'll think of it a bit later, because I'm not quite sure if I want to extend these rocks all the way over there, or I'm going to like gradually steep it down. So I'm going to keep it like this for a little bit. But for now, I think this part is kind of done. Now we'll just have to start working on this side. So this could be like a really nice park area. I was thinking actually that if we make this kind of like bushes and trees and kind of more a park area, we might be able to squeeze in more of a diagonal build in between this and that. But oh, someone someone destroyed my house. How absolutely rude that is. But I'm not quite sure it's going to fit, and otherwise it's going to be the house that's looking out over the water. I'm sure AJ will, well, when her wall is fixed. But I'm sure that when her wall is fixed, AJ will be really, really happy she's able to look out over the water instead of looking to halfway Harry over there, which is my view, sadly. But we love halfway Harry up there, so that's okay. But for now, I'm going to look at Pinterest and see if there are some really cute designs for trees or bushes I can use. Talking about trees and bushes and plants, I wanted to show you what Anna's been up to. Um, this is so many hours of work, and you can see it right now a little bit better, but this is going to be one big tree if we are going to believe her, and this is so incredibly tall. It's absolutely insane. I don't think there's even like is a way to get into this. Has she made a hole? She has not. Well, I hope she won't fall into it. But this is absolutely enormous. This is absolutely, yeah, this is just a mad lad. She's she's just crazy for doing this, but I'm sure it'll be really nice. Oh, she has found the wood we have left her. Um, but I think she'll like this. Oh, I think she'll like what is it going to become, because apparently she has built it before, like a giant tree, and it was bigger than this one. So I'm really really excited to see what this will become. Now, let's get our trees and bushes sorted, shall we? Okay, so I couldn't really find anything I liked on Pinterest, so we are going to do this ourselves and see if we can create something ourselves. So don't expect too much of this, okay? I haven't done this before. Um, I have, however, seen some people on another server do things, so I'm just going to see how that would look. I have absolutely no idea if this'll be okay or not. I want one on top, please. Thank you. And just kind of push it out. And then I've also brought spruce leaves with us, so we can maybe like highlight darker areas. I don't know, I genuinely have no idea how I'm going to do this actually. We're just going to do a lot of trial and error, and hopefully I can come back with something that does look okay. Okay, so I did something, and I'm not sure if I'm fully happy with it just yet, but I think it could be a lot worse, right? I think think it could be a lot worse. I think that especially if we have a path kind of also connecting here, and just I think no, I think the path will connect around here, and it'll go past our house, and then do a side turn like this and go around it. But actually, I don't think it's that bad, especially since I haven't really done anything like this before. I think it is okay. Obviously I'm probably going to add and remove a little bit to it, but for now I think it's actually pretty okay. Maybe if just okay, yes. With a path, it does directly already feel like a lot better. Obviously, it isn't going to stay like this. It'll be a nicely decorated path, but I think it does help. Oop, let's put a little light here. I think it does help with getting the feeling in and just kind of having it work. Oh, I'm I'm actually I think the path really helped with me liking it. I really like that. Now, if you look behind me, you might see something that's a little bit different and wasn't there before. And then you are indeed very correct. On a stream Saturday evening, we build this little house, and it will be like kind of setting the scene, setting the tone for the houses that'll continue around along this road, and we'll be hanging over this little canal part. And I did cheat here a little bit because I might want to add a kelp farm inside of this building. I'm not quite sure if there's space for it because, well, ooh, it is rather small, but it doesn't have to be a really big kelp farm. I normally never really use kelp, but it is useful very sometimes. So I might want to put it in here, and otherwise it's just going to be a beautiful facade with a little shop window around here and an entrance here. But obviously we have to decorate it still. And along with this house on stream, we also finally continued the road here and attached it to the one we already had over there. And I think that does really help with tying this place together. It it feels a lot more like, well, it's just taking shape now, and I'm really excited to see everything becoming one beautiful place. And we will get back to that in a second because in this stream I invited a friend of mine who himself is a Dutch streamer, and he has built a lovely little stable over here, which I think we should show because it is honestly ooh, really pretty. AJ already put her horsey here, and I think that if he also like comes back on the server again, maybe in another stream if you want to catch that, um, and we make a nice bridge from our little part of the world to there, and he puts down a few more buildings. I think it'll look so nice because the styles really match, and it was just really fun and really nice, and the style is really nice, and it was really fun. Now, coming back to this path here, I've collected some blocks. Don't look at this messy inventory. I've collected some blocks I want to use, like jungle slabs, dirt, and just coarse dirt and jungle planks. I want the dirt for path blocks, because I want this little path idea going to, well, the kind of path that's going to be here, and if there's going to be a building here, then it'll feel kind of like a secret alleyway, which isn't really secret, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. There are like only 5 people on the server anyway, so it's fine. But for this pathway, I wanted to use coarse dirt, of course, so it doesn't get grassy. And then just, oh, it's a bit sad. I actually wanted turned 90 degrees, but that's okay. We can work with this, I hope. I do want it to feel kind of like planned and it's like it's still in the town area part, but I don't want it to be like a stone rope. But we might need to include a lot more acacia with that. Let's just figure something out. But before we do that, I want to tell you something or ask you something. Last episode, I got a really fun comment that suggested that viewers can leave their names or a nice message and we can put them on these signs here on the docking area because, well, AJ has been doing that. We have a live, love, love. We have a high times two, and obviously the original high over here, I think. Is it here? Yes, it's there. So I thought it might be really fun if you also could leave your name or a fun little message and we can put them on those signs. So you can also be a part of this server and this world. So if you like that, do leave it in the comments down below and then next episode I can place them on the signs. Okay, I think this actually might look nice. I think we can try and see how it looks if we actually figure out path and just make it nice around here so it can be attached to that. I just hope it looks nice. I am not really sure what I think about this, but for now, I think it'll work. I mean, obviously, we need to do more decorating here. I think I won't start a building directly here. I think that's too close to here. But I think we might get a diagonal building around. Let's see how that'll look if we just kind of do it like this. I think that might work. It'll be a little bit smaller here, or just a smaller building in general. But I think that'll look maybe a bit nice. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that just yet, but we don't have to be sure because we still have all the time of the world, so that's okay. It does look rather fun from AJ's bedroom window though. That actually does look pretty nice. I think we do need to put in some flowers there. Yes, the little pop of color does really work. I like I picked red because I thought it was really vibrant and bright, and I don't know. I actually really like the red. I mean with green it does remind of Christmas a lot, but it I think it helps that it's just a flower and little trees instead of I don't know it being Christmas trees. I don't know. I think the red really works with this, and I think it also actually helps with the path. I don't know, maybe because there are a bit of like orange red tints in this. I actually don't know if it's orange or red tints, but that's okay. We can ignore that. That it matches or just ties in a little bit. I don't know. I really like that. It's actually starting to grow on me. Well, I think that'll be it for today's episode. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave your name and something really fun you would like to have on a sign by the harbour, if you want that, of course, in the comments down below. Then again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye!